Hi folks, Bob Blackerby here, professional angler for Baitmate Fish Attractant. I'd like to give you a tip on some fishing line today. You know, in my travelings, a lot of times I find myself fishing lakes that are really clean and clear that I need fluorocarbon and monofilament type lines in. And then other times I find myself in a situation where I'd need braided type line and more abrasive and more bigger lines in the muddy, murkier water where it doesn't really matter. The line visibility doesn't really matter. A few weeks ago, I found myself in a situation where I had just put brand new braided line on most of my poles and was fishing Lake Eufaula actually here. And so most of my rods had new line on it. Well, a couple of weeks later, I find myself getting ready to go to Lake Hartwell. And Lake Hartwell being a really clean, clear water type reservoir, I needed to take that braided line off and put fluorocarbon on. So what I've come up with is I begin to save some of my old spools, some of my old line spools. And what you do is you take that spool and put a bolt through it and run a bolt through, leave enough of the bolt sticking out the back side on it. And what that does is it allows you to be able to chuck that spool up in a drill. So here's a larger one that I've done, and I've actually started putting the fluorocarbon back on this spool. And one neat thing that you can do is you can tape. I take Scotch tape. You can take masking tape, which would even be better if you put masking tape on here. Tape the tab of your line, and you can actually just run it off. I mean, just pull it and it'll just run your line right off onto the reel. You can mark with masking tape what pound line that is, but for instance, this spool has probably, I'm gonna say 6 rods or reels worth of line on it. So you can put more than one on there. Just mark, it's nice if you mark it what line you have. But that's a good tip. Helped me this week. I'm actually getting ready to go fish a tournament at Lay Lake. I had to pull some of the fluorocarbon off of my line, off of my reels, so that I could get ready for Lay Lake this weekend. I pulled the fluorocarbon off using this. This is brand new fluorocarbon. It was used like 1 week. So it's really good to use again or use during practice. If I need to use it during practice, I'll probably swap it back out for a tournament, put brand new fresh line on, but this is still good line. And so it's a good, neat tip. And you know, it saves me from having brand new line on that rod and just ripping it off and throwing it in the garbage. So anyway, hope that tip helps you, and hope you catch more fish. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you soon.